Ay! Shit.
Bop, 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 bop. When I start to walk, boy, you walk behind, girl. That's that. Hey, I am so in love when I hear what they say. Yeah. You was fantastic. In any way, no time. Listen. Anytime you have a line like you nearly wind out my elastic. There's a forward. Yeah. And yo, let me tell you about that soon. Big up my buddy Nadi. Yes. Nadia Batson. I'm going to take a sip for you. Yes. Because he's a great soul. But that song, sometimes it have songs like Ruction, Do Like That, Stink, Nadi, Fat, Kiss. And certain songs that will be big in the parties. And sometimes it have songs like this, Seven Design and Promise, that wouldn't be really big in the parties, but the fans and them love it. Yeah. And this was one of them projects that the fans and them love and they show they love. This is almost 1 million views on YouTube. Great. Right? Yeah. This is, 50,000, 50 views or, Right. This is almost 1 million views and over how much ever comments and tags on Instagram and reposts and shares and so you could tell when the fans and them love something genuinely. It's okay. It might be the biggest party song, but this is one of them projects, and I just want to salute the fans and them. Like showing the project love. Every day, every time, every post of it. Very grateful for that. Yeah, it's a people's choice for real, and I feel like these are tunes that you and Nadi on the back end should be able to see streaming numbers high, because I feel like this is one of those songs that everybody could be playing normal in the house. You know what I mean? Yeah. For sure. This is one of them songs. Like I say, a lot of the times, like we was tagged in our post, and the people and them was having an argument in the house. About the song, because the argument in front of the video and stuff like that. So it's different elements that people just love about. They probably never see an argument that looks so real. In soca like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of trying to spread rumors and stuff, but it's just one of them songs that people and them love, and we always wish it could be one of the big songs in the parties and them, so we could see how they react and say it. But it's all good, they love it. And it's all good. We love it. And big up Jody from Uber Soca Cruise. You missed the big forward we give you. Jody, big up yourself, Jody. Yeah. Big up Private Ryan, Blaze. I see a lot of people inside the chat right now. Yeah, bro, all the DJs I know, all the DJs from all over the globe. You know what I mean? Across the board, for sure. So listen, as you probably know, we had a drive-in concept with Kerwin Dubois. Yeah. And what was incredible was he did a video and he did like a different version of Speechless. And I would like you to talk about that trip to Cuba and how this happened. Wow. That was wow. Anyway, when I think about that trip and the journey, even with that song, it is very crazy. Well, Cohen always had an idea. He wanted to travel somewhere and have a writing session, right? A writing campaign. So like a writing camp, right? Okay. A writing camp, right? So the year before he said it didn't happen. Fast forward now and 18 to Cuba. Myself, Tellison John, Cohen Dubois, and the whole team, the camera crew and everything, voice, everybody, right? And when we went there, we didn't have no song. We just went to write, and Cohen had this rhythm, the Speechless rhythm, I will call it now. And it was supposed to be a rhythm with myself, Cohen Dubois, Tellison John, and voice, right? Everybody was supposed to have a separate song. Oh, so initially everybody had... Okay, I get it. Okay. Right? Okay. So, give me the girl who come to give the kind of wine to... That was my song. Its own song. Oh. That was my own song, right? Fling boom, pass the wine and go down like that was Cohen's song. Right. So when Teddy started vibes his song, Voicey started vibes his song, and then Cohen suggested, he said, why we don't just do a collab? Just so, we was in the Airbnb, right, in Cuba, and vibes it, and he said, why we don't just do a big collab? And we say, well, no scene, we could do a collab. And I take piece of my song, he took piece of his song, Teddy started vibes and piece of his song, Voicey. And let me tell you how this song and the name come about with this, right? The lady who rented us the Airbnb, she came to the house and bring us some water and bread and stuff like that,
And she had on a shirt, and on the shirt marked speechless on her shirt. Right? I in the room, Cohen in the room, Teddy in the room, Voice in the room. Voice say, yo, that would be a good name for this song. You know? We say, what? He said, look at your t-shirt. Speechless. Wow. Just like that. Just like that.
Wow.
Just like that. You just look at her shirt and say, that would be a good name for this song. I will say, yeah, that bad. That's speechless. We like, everybody felt the vibes and the name of the song. And then Voicey and Cohen, they went in the kitchen. They went out away in the kitchen. I already had my part of the song, so I don't have my part locked. You know what I mean? Teddy had his part locked, you know, Cohen had his part. And then Voicey started vibes his part. Right? I don't know what to say. I'm speechless, baby. And vibes, all kind of thing. And then he came up with that piece of the song, and that was the last. T-shirt. Oh, for the t-shirt.
Wow.
Oh, for the t-shirt the lady was wearing who rented us the I wish I could know her name. She had on a speechless t-shirt. Come and have all the footage. This is on camera. Everything I'm telling you right here is documented. Right? And it said that we recorded the vocals of the song in the bedroom, in one of the bedrooms where Cohen was, or Teddy or one of them was in. We make shift a studio, some blanket with the mic and, you know, block it up and thing, and we record like I said, everything was documented, and I record my part, Teddy, and all of us record our part, and that was the journey for our song. We went through Cuba, you know, we was actually testing this song, you know, on the streets, because in Cuba now, it's very people just use music as something that to take them away from the stress. And when I mean the stress is because Cuba's still in a kind of dictatorship, you know, with the government situation still, you know, to this day. And we was just going all over in the night and just recorded. And then, like I said, we recorded the whole video in Cuba. You know, a lot of the parts of the video was very organic. We was just on the street doing things like me singing to the girl by the house, you know what I mean? I was actually singing to the girl and she acting shy. She was really saying, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm singing to you. And I'm like,
what is fella doing? Yeah.
Well, like, she like, what you doing? I singing to you. Why not go down like that? And so a lot of it was so organic. You know, it was fun vibes, you know, with everybody, you know, there, and it was a great journey, great experience, first time in Cuba, and like I say, a special song came out of it. And even with that song, you know, it wasn't getting the forward or the play that we expected at first. You know, and maybe still, you know what I mean? But like I say, it's a song that people just love. Even the DJs love it. And the fans love it. And yeah, that was the journey of that song.
Yeah, it's funny because I even played it tonight, and it's one of those songs that, to me, I feel it will last like years, decades. Like that's one of those songs that will last a very, very long time.
Me too. I was saying that to myself yesterday. It's funny enough you even say that about that particular song, because I was saying that about that song in my head yesterday. I forget what I was doing, and I was like, yo, Speechless will be one of them songs we could sing like 4 or 5 years from now, and people will still love Speechless. They will still get the same kind of vibe and the same forward, you know what I mean?
Yeah, easy.
So,
easy.
Yeah.
And I mean, so when was this documentary supposed to come out? Because I've heard so much talk about.
Well, I'm going on Choco in Dubai and the bus a little bit. Because, Julia, where's the documentary? You understand? Yeah. But big up Cohen, you know, like I say, he put everything together, you know, to document it and everything. But maybe I think it was one of the editors, you know, didn't finish, you know, the edit, or maybe still didn't finish the full edit how he wanted it to be or to look.
Right.
And you know, we didn't come out yet. But it's something that will definitely, don't care if it's a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, you will definitely see that journey, that Cuba journey, and that Speechless journey for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's one of those things that, like, I think it is so needed for soca music, because it's, I mean, we've seen a lot of great combinations, don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah, for sure.
One with you and Natty.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many. You and Patrice had a big tune, Criminal Mind.
Yeah.
But to get 4 artists of that caliber on one song,
it's
unheard of in soca, bro. Like,
for sure.
It doesn't happen, and the story behind it for you guys to go to Cuba. And actually for you as somebody from the States, I mean, Canada, we don't look at Cuba in the same way.
Right.
But in the States,
like,
even though I understand you have the Trinidad passport, but living in the States, you know how they look at Cuba.
Yeah, and they was looking at me like that in certain places, you know what I mean? Even like when we went to the bank, like to change money. I couldn't even change the money. It was crazy. I couldn't change no money, you know, with my ID and stuff like that. I had to, you know, let voice on them try to, you know, change money for me or borrow money from them, you know, and give them back when we come back. It was crazy because I had, you know, American documents and American IDs and stuff like that, you know, my credit card and, you know, things like that, US address, and they was kind of watching me kind of funny. But, you know, I already knew I was getting myself into while I was going there. So I didn't take it personal. You know, it wasn't anything personal against me. It was just Cuba and America have the, you know, the little feud and, you know.
So when you heard you were going to Cuba, did you have any reservations in your mind, or you was like cool from jump?
Yeah, I was cool with it, you know. I just know, okay, you know, while I go there, it could be certain things that, you know, might be a little weird, right? And it was very weird when we first touched down. Like, it was to the point I tell you fellas, I said, well, me, you know, if I could stay here for 5 days, you know, I feel I leave in all and go back home, you know, because it's very backward, you know, where we stayed. We stayed in Havana, old Havana, that's where we stayed. So it's actually like the lifestyle where they live is like how, you know, it was back in the days, like in Trinidad, you know, Tobago, it's dictatorship, so the government dictate, you know, how much money you could have in your household, how much groceries you could buy in the grocery, you know what I mean? So people will be looking for like foreigners and tourists and them, you know, so maybe they could get something from them, you know what I mean? I don't want to say, well, you know, they was just out there begging away and stuff like that, but that's how the country set up. You know, so me being there, it was like going around and people just I can't deal with it. You know what I mean? And they're very persistent. But they're harmless.
Okay.
The people where we were staying was very harmless. It wasn't like they'd come into us with any violence or anything like that. It was just like, hey, let me get this, or could we get that, or, you know, buy something from it. But it was just kind of like a little too much for me at that point. And then after, like, by the second, third day, I was like, I get used to it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, so you felt safe where you were, though? Yeah,
we were safe. We was real safe. The people and them, we make friends. Up to this day, one of the girls who sell, you know, clothes opposite the Airbnb where we were staying, you know, we just still hit up on WhatsApp. She still call me, you know, Cohen, you know, call Teddy, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And keep the love still, you know? So we definitely make some good friends over there, you know? And have a connection still. So just in case we want to go back, we could reach out to somebody and say, hey, pick me up from the airport.
Yes. nice. So one thing I heard about Cuba, it's Cuba. I've heard, depending on where you go, the food is kind of so-so. How was the food in Cuba?
The food was good where we were. Where we was eating, the food was good. You know, it had some places better than some. You know, but that's anywhere you go. Anywhere you go, it had, you know, this place better. But to us, for the most part, the food was on point. You know, we didn't went nowhere and be like, boy, this food ain't tasting good. It might have been a little expensive, you know what I mean, for, you know, where we were staying, and what it is. And then now, it had one place, I ain't gonna call the name, but that's whatever that it was, but it's all good. You know, it had one place we went, like, and they tried to jip we, and we had a little video on Instagram how we was beating the drums. If you go back on the page, like maybe 2 years ago or whatever, we was beating the drum and we were saying, "That's the bill," and we captioned the music and we captioned the video. That is the bill.
I remember this. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because that same place we went to, let me just say, the charge us double the night before, and then when we went back, we was watching the prices on the menu and we said, boy, but this wasn't $40, this $20, you know what I mean?
Hold on, so you went back to the same place?
Same place, because we were saying, there's no way this bill, because Cuba is actually cheap. It's actually cheap to...
I've heard that.
Yeah, it is cheap to buy food and liquor and stuff. So it was like, how we pay $200 and something for this? Or for you know, for free food or whatever. Voicey didn't even come yet. Well, Voicey came after. So let me just say it was 4 of us or 5 of us. And when we went back the next day, it was cheaper. When we watched the bill and everything, and with Voicey. So it was more people and the same thing we ordered, it was cheaper. So when we was watching the bill, we was like, yo, they're up we.
Wow. They take advantage of all this.
We take and go on with it, but you know, but it was all good. We make fun of it and we make a song about it. We put it up on Instagram, and we even actually tell the owners about it too. It was like, yo, well, they charged me more yesterday, you know, and obviously they tried to play it off. Nah, I wasn't priced yesterday. Today's a different day. Today's a special or whatever.
Don't do me that.
Don't do that.
Listen. We gotta end this live. Are you okay for like 1 more hour or like half hour? Like, can we reset the live? And
no scene.
Because Dan, I still have real tequila to go, you know.
Me too. I didn't even finish my first cup yet.
All right. So we go reset the live. Back here with Lyrikal.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes. I'll just upload this on IG Live and come right back, right?
All right, good. Good vibes.
All right.